All right, so this is the questions that we have to go through, like starting from 33rd, right? So so we have to do until the 38th, right? So let's start. So starting from 33rd, so this is the people like Zoom has updated, and if you got any like if you can't see the screen or if you're getting anything blurred or something, just let me know, right? I don't know what are the differences that they have done with the upgrade. I think you can see it clearly and you can hear me clearly, right? If in case if you are having any difficulties, let me know, right? Okay, so in the 33rd, the question says, find the class name where someone is studying with his name and SID. So we have to find the class name and the name and with his name and SID. So we have to find the class name, student name, and the SID, right? Which is belongs to this someone, right? And if you look into the tables, now you can find the answer. Now someone is, his SID is S001, he is in the class C001, and the class name, according to that C001, we can refer the class info table, and we can see the class name is maths. So in our output, there should be maths Saman S001, right? In any order, right? So this is the things that we are going to type in. So we say select. We have to say S name, comma, C name. I'll take SID at the beginning. There is no rule that you need the SID at the beginning. SID, S name, and C name. Right, then I have to say what are the tables that we are referring. So we are saying refer, like from student info, comma, class info. Now there is an obvious where condition saying what? The common key is going to be here is the CID. Right, so CID is here and CID is here. So that is how we build the relationship. So we have to say in which class CID that we are going to use. So I can say student info dot CID equals class info dot CID. And if I close my query from here, this is the output that you are going to receive, right? Like you will be getting the SID, the name, and the corresponding class name that they are having. So you got 6 students. So we are getting the details of all 6 students. But here in the query or the question, they are asking the class of the summon, the details of the summon, right? So because of that, we have to limit this to summon. So that means another condition. So I have to say and S name equals within inverted commas summon. There should be single quotes, right? And now you are going to receive only the record of summon, which is this. So here I'm going to execute. There you go. Right. Okay, people, it's time for you to do the corrections if you have done any incorrect things. So like there are many more ways that you can write this, right? You know about it now. You can use the table references in anywhere. Anywhere means like accordingly. Like you can say student info dot sid, comma student info dot sname, and class info dot cname. You can go like that, right? Or you can use the aliases, right? Like student info some letter and class info some letter, and that letter can be used to refer the table, right? I'll use some aliases when I'm doing the next things, right? So you just go through, and if you've got any questions, just let me know, because this is the way that you are going to get the question into your examination, right? It's in most of the cases it's going to be a join, right? So you should know how to manage the join. All right, so is there anyone still getting correct with this? All right, so moving to the next one. So the next question is about the 34th one, right? Find the teacher's educational qualification of art class with her name. So we have three things to find: teacher's educational qualification. I'm sorry, only two things: teacher's educational qualification of art class, right, with her name. So teacher's educational qualification and the name of her will be shown. And if you look into the tables, teacher's educational qualifications will be in the teacher info table. So we got T name, there we can find the name, and educational qualification can be find in the next column. But the condition is we have to find the teacher name and the educational qualifications of art class. So that means we have to, like this table itself is not reflecting who is the teacher in the art class. So we have to refer the class info table, and we have to match with the TID, this foreign key, with its primary key to find the art class and the corresponding teacher. So you can see the art class, the class name art is over here. So that belongs to, or like that referring with T003. So now you can find the T003 over here. Then you can say, okay, art class teacher is Neela. Her educational qualification is diploma. That means deep. Right. So here we go. So I'm saying select. We are going to select T name, comma, eduq from teacher info, and we need comma the class info, right? So it doesn't matter that whatever you are selecting is inside just one table. But to find these two, we need these two things, because we are finding the T name and edu qualification of the art class, right? So for that, we need the class info. So that means it's going to be a join. And here we are going to say where the obvious condition is the TID. So we have to say here I'm going to use a table alias. So teach info, I refer it as capital T. And class info, I'm going to refer it as capital C. Right, I'm getting a question. Let's see. Dilsara, we don't need the C name. Make it put a කියලා නැහැනේ C name එක ගන්න කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ art class එකේ teacher ගේ නමයි educational qualification තමයි ගන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ. According to this question, find the teacher's educational qualification of art class with her name. Right, so we only need the T name and the EDUQ. Got it, Dilsara? So I'm going to say T dot T name. Oh, here's my T dot. T dot T name, not T name, TID equals C dot TID. And what happens if I just run this? It will give me all the teacher names with their educational qualifications. Right? So I need these details of the art class teacher. So I have to use and I'm saying C name equals art. Right? Let's see whether this is working. Yeah, there you go. Now in my table, Neela teacher is given the educational qualification as BSc. I think in your table, Neela teacher's qualifications is DIP, right? So it's according to the table reference, right? If I take teacher info table, you can see Neela teacher is having BSc in my table, right? Okay, so that is the answer for the 34th, right? So do the corrections, people, if you got any, right? And again, if you don't get in this, if you're not getting this, let me know. If you got any questions, you can ask me. You can disturb me at any time and ask me.
So අතන මේ සිලෙක්ට් කියන එකට C name කියන එක එන්න ඕනේ නැද්ද?
කොතනද පුතේ?
සිලෙක්ට් එකේ
සිලෙක්ට් එකේ C name එක උවමනා නෑ නිර්මාණ. එතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ ටීචර් ගේ නමයි educational qualification එකයි තෝරන්න කියලානේ. art class එකේ ටීචර් ගේ නමයි educational qualification එකයි තෝරන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක කියලා තියෙනවානේ ටීචර් ගේ නමයි educational qualification එක. ප්‍රශ්නේ කියලා තියෙනවා. right? So ඒ වෙලාවට ඔයා C name එක දැම්මොත් ඔයාලට සමහර විට අවාසිදායක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක කුවරියක වැරදෙන්න හේතුවක් නෙවෙයි. හැබැයි කියලා තියෙන input output එකට වඩා දෙයක් අරගත්තා කියලා ප්‍රශ්නෙට අදාළව අනවශ්‍ය දෙයක් පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙනවා කියන තැනට එන්න පුළුවන්. තේරුණාද?
හරි සමහර ලියලා තිබ්බ දැන් අයින් කර.
Right, okay. Right, so moving to the next one. So the 35th, it says, find the address of the student who are in commerce class with SID. So the things that you are asked to select is the address of the student. They should be in the commerce class with SID. So in the output, the address of the student and the SID will be there. Right? So, and how we are going to find that? As you can see, the student details are here. So the address of the students are in this column. So we have to find that address in the people who are of the students in the commerce class. So to find the commerce class, we have to refer the commerce class CID. So the commerce class is in the class info. CID is C002. And if you look here, there is only one student in C002, which is Kamal. And his address is Colombo. So your output should be Kamal and Colombo. Right? Let's see. So here we say select, and what are we need to choose? I just forgot that. Is it the S name and the address? SID and the address. Address and the SID. So I say SID, comma, address from student info. I'm going to use an alias S, simple S, comma, class info, simple C, not cross. Then the obvious condition, I have to say S.CID equals C.CID. And we have the other condition. This class name should be commerce, right? So C name equals commerce, right? So that is the query. So we are going to run this. Yeah, so it's S003 Colombo. So it's the same person, right? Yeah, it is S003 Colombo. Right, so do the corrections. If you got this totally correct, that's great, right? Or else if you got any problems, you can ask.
So from Canada student info S කියලා දාන්න ඕනද නැතිනම් උත්තර දෙනවද?
මට තේරුණා
student info table එක ලියලා තියෙන තැනට සර්. from එකේ table එක ගන්න තියෙන්නේ.
ඔව් ඔව්.
ඒකේ සර් S එකක් දාලා තියෙන්නේ.
නෑ
දාන්න ඕනද පැත්තකින්
මම ඒ alias එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන්නේ. අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නෑ පුතේ. පුතාල විනාඩියක්. Right. So let's move to the next one. Is there anyone still writing this? Nirmana, clear the day?
හරි සර් හරි.
Hi. Right. So moving to the next one. In 36th, it is saying find the names of the students in maths class. Find the names of the students in maths class. So if we refer, now maths class is C001. So in the student table, the C001 people are the Saman and the Niman. So they are asking the names of the student names of the maths class, right? Right, so find the names of the students in maths class. Now people, if this is a practical thing, if you think practically, right, I make a normally ලියලා පෙන්නන්නම්, right? So how we are going to do is select S name, that is what we want, the student names. From, we need student info, comma, class info, where the obvious condition is, I'm writing here with the table references, not with the aliases. Student info dot CID equals class info dot CID. Right, and I have to use and. The other condition is C name equals to maths. Right. Now, if you run this, yeah, Saman and Nimal will become as the answers. Then, Ogolo, the additional there, the maybe you will be getting full marks. Now, the practical හිතුවොත් අපිට මෙහෙම output එකක් එනකොට මේ output එක meaningful නෑනේ. නේද? අපිට හොයන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ students in maths class. So it's better we say like S name කියලා එක එන්නේ නැතුව students of maths class කියලා තිබුණා නම් මෙතන මේ output එක meaningful නේද? So how we are going to change this S name? කොහොමද මේ මාරු කරගන්නේ? මොකක් පාවිච්චි කළාද මාරු කරගන්නේ? Yes, any suggestions? How we can change the heading S name? What we can use? Yes, any suggestions? We are using some kind of alias. What kind of alias is that? Yes, these are very good. It's going to be a column alias. So we can use a column alias in the select statement, and we can say students in maths class. Right? If I run this, you can see now my output is very meaningful. Students in maths class, it's Saman and Nimal. So that's the practical side, right? Okay, so yeah, do the corrections, people. If you got it correct, have the correct mark, or if you got it incorrect, do the corrections, right?
Say alias compulsory man.
මොකද්ද මේ නිර්මාණ
alias එක දාන එක
නෑ
දාන එක මේ
අනිවාර්යනේ. All right, so can we move to the next one? Is there anyone still doing this? Okay, so I'm moving to the next one. So the 37th, it says, find the SID name and date of birth, DOB, of students who are in the class of Kumarasas. Now, for this question, there will be 3 tables involving SID, name and DOB of students who are in the class of Kumarasas. Now, how we are going to find this? Now, the S name, date of birth, those details are in the student info. But we are going to take these details of the students in Kumara sir's class. Now, Kumara sir, you can find teaching for Kumara right over here. So he got a corresponding TID. And first we have to figure out what is Kumara sir's class. So Kumara sir's class can be referred from these two tables, right? Class info and teach info. So T001 teacher, it's over here in the foreign key column. So that means maths class belongs to the Kumara sir. So that means C001. So then we can say, okay, C001 class has two students like Saman and Nimal, and the details of those can be rendered. So 3 classes should be involved, right? So how we are going to write this? Select, and what are the things that they are asking us to take? SID name and DOB, all right. SID, comma, S name, comma, DOB. From student info, I'm taking the aliases S, class info, C, teach info, T. Right, so using the alias is not a must, but I'm using here. It will be easier for me. Then in where condition, now once we were involved in 2 tables, one condition was enough to recognize or to define the relation in between these 2 tables. When we are working with 3 tables, we are getting 2 obvious conditions. Right, tables tuna connect වෙන විදිහක් තියෙනවා. අන්න ඒක තමයි obvious conditions කියලා අපි අරගන්නේ. Right? So obvious conditions are going to be what? S dot CID equals C dot CID. So from that, we refer the class and the relevant student. And the next condition should be the relationship in between the teacher and his class. So it's going to be C dot TID equals T dot TID. So these 2 things are obvious, right? It's a must. And again, we have an additional condition saying teacher's name is Kumar. So now it will complete my code. So if I run this, there you go. S001 Saman 21012, S002 Nimal 21023. Right, people? Can I have the confirmation? Did you got all? Is it okay? Right, great. Right. So that is at the last one. No, I think there is another. Find the name of the student who had a session for 5 hours. Ah, okay. All right. So the last one. Yeah, hold on. I haven't given you enough time to do the corrections. Okay, like go for it, people. If you have any corrections to do, get it done. All right. So moving to the very last query. So it says find the names of students who had a session for 5 hours. So name of the student who had a sessions for 5 hours. So as you can see, there is only one student who had 5-hour session. That is S001. So S001 means we know it's someone. So it is, the question is asking, this is the detail that they asking. Find the name of the students who had session for 5 hours. So the name, which matters. So then we can say select this name. From, we need student info table as well as student teacher table. And we have to give the condition where student info dot sid equals student teacher dot sid. And if I just finish this like this, if I run it, I'll be getting a very big list. So I have to limit this for the people who have 5 session hour, like 5-hour sessions. So I have to say and hours equals five. Now you can see I haven't used the single quotes in between this number, like besides those numbers, which is not right. So for an integer, we don't need to use single quotes for a value, but for other things you have to. Now here we run this. Oh, they're saying some error is there. Let me see what the error. Okay. They are saying 5 as an incorrect one. Hold on. Okay, that's something new. Hold on, people. All right, okay. Yes, they are, like I have defined phi as an integer value, but they require the single quotes. Yeah, just a second, people. Need to clear with something. Oh, that's a problem. I mean, here, if I use this with this particular thing, it works. So here fee is student info fee is int. Student teacher hours is int. That's a problem. Yeah, people, yeah. Now this is the way in the manual. You don't need single quotes for when you are defining a particular point, but here I don't know what's the reason. Ah, now it works. Right. Okay. Some issue with the SQL. Right. Okay. So you can go with this. So it will give the answer like the S name of the student who had a teaching session for 5 hours. Right. Okay. So do the corrections. Next, we are going to move to the past paper questions. So people, we are officially done with the DBMS lesson. So that means 8 lessons are gone, right? So you have only 2 major lessons from your examination, which is going to be the HTML and the Python, right? Like those are like quite big lessons, right? But it's only August, right? You have another 1 year ahead. So I think we are way too early. Way too early means like a little early, but it's good, right? We didn't had any term tests and all these things, right? You can say that ඒවගේ පොඩ්ඩක් ලෑස්ති පිට ඉන්න අපි questions discuss කරන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සරහට, right? So please go through the things now, right? Like when the Python is going on, I may get the feeling of checking your knowledge on the gates and all these questions, right, regarding the previous lessons, right? So let's go through the 8th lesson, go through the past papers of the 8th lesson, and we'll try to have a brief introduction about Python as well, right? Okay, so people, any questions? We are going to try the past paper questions of SQL. Yes. Okay, it seems not. All right, so let's go and do the questions.
Daddy!
Yes, so what's happening?
I got just coming to
Ah.
30.
Okay, people, I need to have the confirmation. Like, did we try the 2018 question paper? Did we? Can I have the confirmation, please? Did we had this question, people? I don't think you have gone through this, people. We haven't, right? Yes, yes. Okay, let's try this. Right, I'm sending this to the WhatsApp group. It's a half an hour question, people, right? So the fifth question of the 2018 paper. Right, so let me send it to you. Oh my God. Okay, give it a try, people. It's a half an hour question. So you can have your time, right? Go through it, answer it safely, and send me the answers, right? So it is 2018. And people, the Python tunes are ready. You can come and collect those things, right? So you can come at any time during the day. I will be here, or if I'm not here, the tunes are available, so you can come and collect. If you are not getting anything on the question, just let me know, right?
Daddy, I can't go to the car.
සර් මේකේ මේ ඒකේ අහලා තියෙනවා ඒක 2NF එකෙන්ද තියෙන්නේ කියලා ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ.
Oh, oh.
ඒතකොට සර් අපිට no unwanted repetition කියන එක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද ඒකට? උත්තරේ
2NF කියන එකේදී අපි unwanted repetition ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. unwanted repetition ගැන කතා කරන්නේ අපි එයා 1NF ද නැද්ද කියන එක ගැන බලා ගන්න.
unwanted column repetition කියන එක දෙන්නේ.
නෑ අපි 2NF කැමීමනේ 1NF වලදී කරන්නේ unwanted column repetition, row repetition ඊළඟට non atomic තියෙනවා නම් තමයි 1NF වලට ගන්න බෑ කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. ඒකට යා 0NF තියෙන කෙනෙක්. ඒතර 1NF නම් unwanted column repetitions තියෙන්න බෑ. data atomic විදිහට තියෙන්න ඕනේ. 2NF වෙන්න නම් total dependency. ඒ කියන්නේ primary key නොවෙන අය ඔක්කොම primary key එක මත රඳා පවතින්න ඕනේ.
හරි සර්. ඒකේ ෆැක්ට් එකක් අහලා තියෙන එක.
ආන්න ඒක තමයි. එතකොට ඔයා බලන්න ඕනේ ඒ ෆැක්ට් එක ඕකේද කියලා. right? All right. Jinani, I received your answer. Let me see. Okay. Right, okay. Mhm. Right. Jinani, in part C, it's better you talk about the student table and the class table respectively. Do a collective answer but it's better you say student and class tables separately, right? Right, good, good. That's a good try. So try the fourth one. Deal Sara, I receive your answer. Let me see. Okay. There's a part A okay, B එක ලියලා නැහැ. B එක explain කරන්න තියෙන්නේ කියන්නේ කොහොමද primary and the foreign keys මේ දෙන්නගේ ඇති වෙන්නේ කියලා. දැන් මේ දෙන්නගේ relationship එක ඔය අඳුනගෙන තියෙනවනේ. එතකොට cardinality එක අඳුනගෙන තියෙනවනේ. So if that is the cardinality, so you can explain how the foreign keys are exchanged. That is what you need to do. And C Roman number 1, you have taken it incorrectly, Buddha, right? Just see whether when we are discussing the things. And part 2, I can't understand what you have said. It says, I can't get the first two words, sir. Data will not be repeated කියන එක මට clear. මුලින් කියලා තියෙන මොකක්ද? ඒක චුට්ටක් පැහැදිලි නෑ. And the last one is about the insert into statement, right? So let me see. All right. Right, great. Yes, SQL is correct. Part D is correct. Well done. Lalindi, I have received your one. Let me see. Okay, first one is correct. Yeah, and Lalindi, for the B part, the answer is perfect. If you can add the at the part saying stating what is the cardinality in between two tables again, right? Part A එකෙත් කියලා තියෙනවා, but part B එකේ කියනකොට because of this cardinality your explanation happens, right? So it will be a complete one, so no marks can be reduced, right? Part C, yes, that is a fair answer, but it's better again, Dua, if you for the C part, in C part 1, it's better you say separately, like talk about student table separately, class table separately, right? Yes, the second part is correct. See the second part. And the SQL, yeah, great. That is correct as well. Well done. Keep it up, people. So you people are doing great. Nirmana, I got your answer. Let me see. Right. First one is correct. Very good. නිර්මාණ මට අන්තිමට කියලා තියෙන එක වගේ explanation එකේ class table and it is කියලා තියෙනනේ.
කොතන සර් කියවෙන එකද?
The part B එකේ
ඔව් සර්.
the class ID is the primary key of the class table.
Actually, class ID is the primary key of the class table, and it acts as a foreign key in student table.
And it use as කියලා තියෙන්නේ නේද? And
acts කියලා තියෙන්නේ ACTS.
And it acts as a foreign
key in student table.
In student table. Okay. Fair enough. ඔව් මේ part C එකේ roman number 1 වලට ලියනකොට ඔයා කියන්නේ tables දෙක වෙන වෙනම ලිව්වනම් හොඳයි. student එකයි 2NF වෙන්නේ class එකයි 2NF වෙන්නේ කියන එක මේ ඔයා ලියලා තියෙන උත්තරේ ඒ 2NF වලට ගලපලා ලියන්න. right tables දෙකට ගලපලා ලියන්න. right හරි අනිත් එක try කරලා එවන්න බලන්න. Right. Okay, I received the Chinani's answer. Hold on. Okay, Chinani, the reason is fair enough. The two part of the C, second part of the C, and the query. Yeah, that's correct as well. Perfect. Well done. Well done. Minidhi, let me see. Yes, first part is correct. Yeah, Minidhi Dua, it's better you say a class ID is the primary key of the class table, which is used as a foreign key in the student table, right? Primary key කියන එක indicate කරන්න එතන. Part C, yes. Yeah. So part C එකේ explanation එක දුව like student table එකයි class table එකයි වෙන වෙනම කතා කරනවා නම් හොඳයි. Student එකේ non primary key attributes are depending on the primary key attribute which is the index number. ඊළඟට class table එකේ non primary key attributes depend on the primary key attribute which is the class ID. Right? And the advantage is correct. And yeah, do query එක okay square brackets පාවිච්චි කරන්න එපා දුව. parenthesis පාවිච්චි කරන්න. නැත්නම් square bracket දුව insert into class කියලා square bracket එකක් open කරලා තියෙන්නේ. square brackets දාන්න එපා දුව. Right? Okay. Right. All right. Good, good. You people are doing great. Nirmana, බලමු. නිර්මාණ මට අර ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එක හැදිලා නැහැ. මොකක් කියලාද තියෙන්නේ?
ඒක මම එවන්නම් මේ.
ආ.
මම අර
එවන්නකෝ. නිර්මාණ ඒකයි insert into class table කියලා අපි ලියන්නේ නැහැ. table එකේ නම class විතරයි. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ class table කියලා යෙදෙන්නේ ඒ class එකේ එකතුල class විතරයි insert into class. ඊළඟට වරහන වැහෙන්න ඕනේ ඒ කියන්නේ class එකට පස්සේ ඔයා class ID වලට කලින් වරහනක් open කරලා තියෙනවනේ. ඒක වැහෙන්න ඕනේ ඊයකට පස්සේ.
තියෙන්නේ මේ. ඊයකට පස්සේ වහල් තියෙන සර් මේ මම ඊයගේ ලිව්වේ යට රූලේ.
right okay right right okay
දකුණු පැත්තේ
ඒක හරි right okay හරි ඊට පස්සේ values වලට පස්සේ ආයේ වරහන ඇරෙන්න ඕනේ. values කියලා ලියලා වරහන open කරලා තමයි values ටික ලියාගෙන යන්න ඕනේ. excuse me. තේරුණාද? ආයක වරහන් වහලා තියෙනවා වරහන open කරලා නැහැ මට තේරෙන විදිහට එක්ක මට පේන්නේ.
ඔව් සර් ඔව්.
හරි. එතන හදාගන්න.
ඒක අර මගේදී මැකුණ ඉස්සෙල්ලා. හරි ඒක හරි.
right okay. අනිත් එක okay. අනිත් එක okay. Right. How about others? Charuka, Kushanidua, Mihin. Right. For the people who have done this question, I want you to try this. Let's go. Let me see. Yes, go with this. This is a structured question, so you can have 15 minutes. It's from 2013. I think we haven't discussed about this. I'm going to discuss this within another 5 minutes. So, meanwhile, others, please send me the answers that you have done.
සර් මේකේ ප්‍රයිමරි කී එකයි ෆොරන් කී එකයි මේ රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එක කොහොමද තියෙන්නේ?
දෙවෙනියට දීප එකේද?
ඔව් සර්.
දෙවෙනියට දීප එකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ අහලා තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ describe the relationship between primary key and the foreign key in relational database. ඒතර relational database එකක primary key එකයි foreign key එකයි එකතු වෙලා මොකද කරන්නේ කියලා යහන්නේ. right ඒ දෙන්නගේ මොකද සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ? ඒතර ඒ දෙන්න සම්බන්ධ වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? මොකක් සඳහාද කියන්නේ. right හිතලා ලියන්න බලන්න ටිකක්. කතා කරනකොට කතා කරමු. Right. So let's discuss the 2018 one. Right. Discussing means I'll show you the marking scheme. Right. So most of you have done that and sent me the answers. Right. So let me go through the 2018. Right, so this is the 2018 one. So just see how you have collect your marks. Right, so the first one, this is the answer, right? So you can say one too many. Like you can say it in words, right? Or else you can use 1 to m, right? And you can take it as 1 and m as well. Right, so anyway, you are going to have 2 marks for this. Oops, people. Yeah. Can you see my screen, people? I'm getting a message, my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me clearly? Right, great. So you will be having 2 marks for that, right? So 2 marks. And here's the B, right? So this is the answer that they are expecting. Primary key class ID of class table is used as a foreign key in student table. Right, see the places that they have underlined, primary key class ID. So it should indicate class ID is a primary key of class table, is used as foreign key in student table, right? So they have asked us to describe this using the above tables. So we have to go with the above tables, right? And that is 2 marks again, right? And yes. So here they are asking about the explanation. So for saying yes, they have given 1 mark. Marks method hangila tiyenne, right? So here are the facts. Both student and class table are in 1NF. Or now 1NF part එක තියෙන්න අවශ්‍යව නැහැ. They have given a complete answer and asked us to concentrate on these things, right? But as an advice, people, as an advice, when you are asked to describe 2NF, you know, it is like it should satisfy 1NF as well as 2NF. So it's better you say about 1NF and as well as 2NF, right? The 2NF ගැන කතා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ 1NF වලට qualify වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ඇයි කියලා 2NF වලට qualify වෙන්නේ ඇයි කියන එකත් කියන්න. So you are safe, right? දැන් මෙතන නම් කෙලිම 3NF එක ගැන කතා කරලා තියෙනවා එච්චර එහෙ යන්නේ අදාළ නැහැ, right? මේකලෝ keywords වලට තමයි identifying the keywords 2 marks, complete explanation 3 marks. Complete explanation කියලා කියන්නේ not the entire thing, right? So it should be like both student and class table. It's better you say are in 1NF as all the fields are atomic. Every non-attribute of each relation is fully functionally dependent on the primary key or the what is that they are saying is a primary key is not composite. Yeah, මෙතන පොඩ්ඩක් මැකිලා තියෙන්නේ. මෙතනට වෙනකන් consider කරමු. Right. Right, so these things should be there. That's why I told you like it's better you write table wise. Why student table is 2NF, right? So you can say in student table all the fields are presented in an atomic manner, so it is it qualifies 1NF, and every non-primary key attribute is fully depend on or fully functionally depends on the primary key, which is the index number. So it is in 2NF, right? එහෙම ලිව්වම question එක complete. ඒගොල්ලන්ට බෑ ලකුණු අඩු කරන්න. මේ 3NF part එකක් ගැන ඒගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙනවා. We don't need to go for that. Right? So how they have given the marks is 2 marks for the identified keywords, that means the underlined parts, right? And for complete answer, you have given another bonus mark. So altogether 4 marks. That means for explanation, they are giving 3 marks. Right? So it's better you have the idea now. Then හැමෝම දන්නවා උත්තරය කොහොමද ලියන්නේ කියලා. හැමෝගෙම ගැටලු තියෙන්නේ complete උත්තරයක් manage කරගන්න එක. That has to be practiced. Right? එතකොට key points අමතක කරන්න එපා. ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ ඔයාලා ලියන තරමට ඒක සරලව ලියන තරමට you can take the marks. Right, so 4 marks for that, and here are the advantages, right? So there are many different advantages. Data integrity and consistency is maintained, right? No data duplications, right? Size is smaller. Data integrity is there, right? Or you can say no update, delete, insert anomalies. Performance are being faster, right? Conceptually, it's cleaner, easier to maintain and change databases. So there are many things, right? So for that, yeah, they have given 3 marks, right? And it's quite big though. Hold on. Question එක පොඩ්ඩක් refer කරන්න ඕනේ. Question එක පාරට අහලා තියෙනවද කියලා බලන්න. Hold on. Briefly, yes, it says briefly explain. I missed that. So no data duplication කියලා ලිව්වොත් එතන චුට්ටක් briefly explanation එකක් නැති වෙනවා. Right? So එහෙම වුණොත් මේ no data duplication කියලා විතරක් ලියලා තිබුණොත් you will be getting only 1.5. Here they have said 1.5 for keywords and 1.5 for proper explanation. Right? So that's how we are going to take the 3 marks for the second part. Right? And for the people who have not gone for a proper explanation, just capture what is yours. Right, so it's better you read it carefully. Explain කරන්න කියලා තියෙනවා නම් just advantage එකක් ලියන්න කිව්වනම් no data duplication is okay. Data integrity and consistency is maintained is okay. Right? But if you are asked to explain, it's better you go for some explanation. right? And it is given for 3 marks, 1.5 for the keywords, 1.5 for the proper explanation. And yeah, I wonder how much they have given to this. Oh yes, they have given 4 marks. All right, so this is the way most of you have written this in the correct manner, right? So insert into class values. As I told you, you can straight away go to the values without a problem, right? Most of you have written it in this manner, right? And some of you have omit the single quotes to this particular one as well as this particular one. That doesn't matter. In the alternative answers, they have said it like that. They have shown it right over here. So look at how they have given the marks. Statement structure correct, correct keyword plus correct field names plus correct values, 2 marks. Overall completeness, right? So correct keyword, correct field names, correct values, correct use of quotes. Here they have said either single or double, but always remember to go to the single. There is in one year, they have said double quotes are not okay. And the semicolon, right? So that is again 2 marks are given. Right, and you can feel how easy this 15 mark is, right? Right? But be very careful about the capital letters, simple letters that they have used, right? Punctuation marks, right? The semicolon, especially over here, the quotes, right? And they will be heavily tested or like heavily concentrated by the markers, right? So 4 marks, and see how many you got out of 15. Right. Okay, so within another 5 minutes, I'm going to discuss the next question, this one. So you better send me, I think some answers have been. Oh, not yet, not yet. Right, people, so hurry up. I'll discuss the things by 6:15. If you want more time, let me know, right? So we have discussed the things, so you may not get in enough time to do this. So if you want more time, just let me know, right? Right, Lamai, do you need more time? Okay, I have received 2 answers. One is from Lalindi. Okay. Yes, Suzu.
My hand is aching.
Your hand is aching.
Look,
Because of what? What happened?
upstairs.
What's happened?
It's full.
Okay.
So I need to go home and
All right.
rest.
All right. So the first one, yeah, right, okay, let me see. Very good, very good. Lalindi, the first explanation is well done, right? That's good. And part B, they asking to convert it as a schema, all right? Yes. Yes, yeah, yeah, that is correct as well. And the SQL statement, first one is a SQL statement to get a list of sports that do not have captains. Okay, let me see. All right, that do not have captains. Okay. List of sports. All right, all right. Lalindi, the first, hold on. You are reading the first one at the below, yeah, sorry to select name from sport and instrument here. Okay, right, all right. Yeah, so capacity equals, so capacity not equals. It should go with capacity not equals, Dual. So list of sports that do not have captains. Yes. And the second one is write an SQL statement to obtain a list of students, student ID and name who participate in sports as a captain. So select student ID, yes, right, okay. Yeah, the second one is totally correct. Yes. Yes, Lalindi, that's a very good try. Minidi, let me see. All right. That's a fair explanation. And the yes, that is correct. The schema is correct. And the all right. Okay. Yes, they are asking of the list of sports. Yes. Since they are asking about the list of sports, yeah, you can go with the sport ID as well. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you can go for that. You can go for that as well. Yeah, let's refer it from the marking scheme as well, right? Nirmana.
So දෙවෙනි ගීතරයි part B.
Oh, part B. Oh. Underline when on puta. Student ID underline when on, sport ID underline when on. Antim පුතේ වගේ පළවෙනි ටේබල් එකේ නම ස්ටුඩන්ට්, දෙවෙනි එක ස්පෝර්ට්, තුන්වෙනි එක
capacity 4 name.
නෑ මේ තුන්වෙනි ටේබල් එකේ නම මොකක්ද? ඒකත් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කියලාමද තියෙන්නේ? එහෙම වුණොත් වරදිනවා.
student sport කියලා එන්න ඕනේ.
ඔව් ස්ටුඩන්ට් ස්පෝර්ට් කියලා එන්න ඕනේ. ඔව් කලබල වෙන්න එපා right. ඒතර ස්ටුඩන්ට් ID ස්පෝර්ට් ID දෙන්නම අන්ඩර්ලයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ. capacity name. yeah that's හරි. ඒක හරි. අතන අන්ඩර්ලයින්ස් ටික හදාගන්න. Lalindi, yes Lalindi, it goes like that, right? Not equal sign.
සර් මෙතන SQL එකට කොහොමද ගන්නෙ මේ select all කියලා දිනනකොට asterisk ගන්න ඕනද? list of sport that do not have captains.
List of sports කියලානේ අහලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට captains ලා නැති sports ගැන තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ බලන්නේ. එතකොට all ගත්තොත් ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා ඔයාලට. ඔතන ස්පෝර්ට් එක ඉන්ඩිකේට් කරන්න එක්කවාට ස්පෝර්ට් නේම් එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඔයාලට ස්පෝර්ට් ID එක ගන්න පුළුවන්.
නෑ සර් එතකොට අපි asterisk දාන වෙනකොට distinct කියන එක එන්න පුළුවන්ද?
distinct කියන එක එන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද ඔතන ඔය many to many එකක් නිසා capacity එක එනකොට ඒකේ කියලා තියෙනවානේ captain, vice captain, member කියලා කීප දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා කියලා. එතකොට අපිට third table එකේ student sport table එකෙන් ඔක තෝරලා ගන්න වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒකේ sport ID එක duplicate වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද cricket ගත්තොත් cricket වල S1 නම් code එක S1 කියන එකට ඉස්සරහින් captain තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, S1 එකට ඉස්සරහින් vice captain තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, S1 එකට ඉස්සරහින් member තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. right. එතකොට order distinct එක ගන්න වෙනවා. මොකද repeat වෙන නිසා. right. People, can we discuss this question or do you need more time? All right, so I'm going to take the marking scheme then, 2013. Let me take the 2013 question. Yeah, so these are the answers. So for part A, it says primary key of a table and foreign key of another table establish the relationship in a database. Now that idea should be there, right? So it specifically says when only the foreign key definition is given, 1 mark only. Given the relationship, then the 2 mark, right? So මේක කියවෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ දෙන්න අතර රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එක එන්නේ හැදෙන්නේ නැත්නම් ටේබල්ස් දෙකක් අතර රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එක හැදෙන්නේ primary and foreign key පාවිච්චි කරලා. ඒක තමයි ප්‍රශ්නෙට උත්තරේ. මොකද ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන්නේ the question is like describe the relationship between primary key and foreign key in a relational database, right? So it should be written in this manner, right? So 2 marks are given. So part B, the schema, right? Look at how they have use it like student ID and name, student ID is underlined, sport ID and name, sport ID is underlined. A student sport may nama venas wenna puluwan, right? You can use any name you want, meaningful ekak wenna one. And student ID, sport ID, both should be underlined, and year and capacity should be there as they are descriptive. And look at how the marks are given. 3 tables to represent students, sport and participate, 1 mark. Tables to the relating participate relations with other 2 tables, 1 mark. Right? You can have to make a mark primary key, foreign keys, right? Proper attribute in each table with primary key identified. And make a with primary key identified. Arrows or underline. Right? So those things should be there. So then you can take 3 marks. Right? නිර්මාණ ඔයා අහපු දෙයට මේගොල්ලෝ මෙතන ලකුණු දීලා තියෙනවා ඇස්ට්‍රික් එක පාවිච්චි කරාට කමක් නැහැ කියලා. Right? So now this SQL query has some issues, right? මොකද මේක practically අපි හිතලා බැලුවොත් මේ කියන query එකට හරියටම අපිට ඕන උත්තරේ එන්නේ නැහැ. Right? නමුත් ඔක මුල් සැරේට අපි හිතනකොට නිකන් ඔළුවට එන්නේ සහ අපිට figure out වෙන්නේ මෙහෙම ලිව්වනම් හරි නේද කියලා. but හරියටම හිතලා බැලුවොත් මේකට අපිට අවශ්‍ය උත්තරේ එන්නේ නැහැ ඇත්තටම. Right? So this says select distinct sport ID එහෙම නැත්නම් asterisk එක use කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා තියෙනවා from student sport where capacity not equals this particular symbol. Captain දැන් පේනවද මෙතන මේ double quotes තියෙන එක කපලා මේගොල්ලෝ මේ single quotes propose කරලා තියෙනවා. Right? And ඔතන තියෙන ගැටලුව තමයි දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ practical situation එකක් හිතුවොත් ඔකේ කියන්නේ distinct sport ID එක තෝරලා ගන්න student sport කියන එකෙන් capacity එක captain නොවෙන. දැන් ඔතන තියෙන practical අවුල තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ cricket කියලා ගත්තොත් cricket වල හිතන්නකෝ captain, vice captain and players ලා දෙන්නෙක් ගැන details තියෙනවා කියලා. So මේකේ output එකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් table එකේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් මෙන්න මෙහෙම table එකේ detail තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහෙමනේ. Right? අපිට sport ID එක තියෙනවා, student ID එක තියෙනවා, ඊළඟට capacity තියෙනවා. Right? දැන් මම cricket ගත්තොත් cricket කියන්නේ S1 නම් S1 student 001 මෙයා captain. sport ID S1 002 vice captain. S1 003 this one is a member. Right? ඊළඟට S2 කියලා sport එකක් තියෙනවා 004 he's a member. දැන් මෙතනින් අපි sport ID එක තෝරලා ගත්තොත් මේ query එකේ විදිහට අපිට හරියට උත්තරේ එන්න ඕනේ හරි විදිහට නම් උත්තරේ එන්න ඕනේ අපේ උවමනාව තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මෙයාව තෝරලා ගන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ ස්පෝර්ට් එකට කැප්ටන් කෙනෙක් assign වෙලා නැහැ කියන එක තෝරලා ගන්න. හැබැයි ඔතන තියෙන query එකට අදාළව ඒගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙන්නේ select distinct sport ID from student sport where capacity not equals captain. දැන් මෙහෙම තියෙනකොට මේකෙන් මේගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙන්නේ ස්පෝර්ට් ID එක තෝරලා ගන්න මේ ටේබල් එකෙන් කැපැසිටි එක කැප්ටන් නොවන. කැපැසිටි එක කැප්ටන් නොවන ඒවා මේ තුන් දෙනාමයි තියෙන්නේ. right? ඒතර ඩිස්ටින්ක් අරගන්න කිව්වම S2 උත් හම්බෙනවා S1 උත් හම්බෙනවා. තේරුණාද? එතකොට අපේ උවමනාව උතන satisfy වෙන්නේ නැහැ. right? ඒක marking scheme එක හදනකොට concentrate නොවෙච්ච දෙයක්. right? මොකද ඔක කියන්නේ ඔක හිතලා බැලුවම තමයි උතන්ට contact වෙන්නේ. right? නැත්තම් අපිට බැලු බැලමට මේක තමයි අපේ ඔළුවට එන කෝරිය එක. right? But there is a problem. රෝකට හරි උත්තරේ ගන්නවා නම්
ඔතන දෙවනි කනෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද?
මොකද නිර්මාණ?
S1 කියන එක කනෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද?
ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මෙයා තෝරන්න කියලා
මට එතන පොඩ්ඩක්
තෝරන්න කියලා කියන්නේ නිර්මාණ කැප්ටන් කැපැසිටි එක කැප්ටන්ට සමාන නොවන ස්පෝර්ට් IDs ටිකනේ. ඒක දැන් කැපැසිටි එක කැප්ටන්ට සමාන වෙන ස්පෝර්ට් ID එක S1. හරි. ඒතර කැපැසිටි එක කැප්ටන්ට සමාන නොවන IDs තියෙන මේ ටිකේනේ.
ඔව් සර්.
එතකොට මේ සෙට් එකම සිලෙක්ට් වෙනවා. ඒක ක්ලියර්ද?
හරි. හරි.
එතකොට ඩිස්ටින්ක්ට් නේ අරගන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට S1 දෙකම ගන්න නැහැ. එක S1 එකයි S2 එක කොහොමද ගන්න? හැබැයි අපිට ඕන උත්තරේ ඕක නෙවෙයි. අපිට ඕනේ S2 විතරයිනේ. right? එතනයි ඔය කෝරි එකේ ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා කියලා මම කියන්නේ. නමුත් ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ සැරේ ආන්සර්ස් විදියට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ ඔය කියන තැන. හරි. ඒතර ආවක ලියවිලා තියෙනවා නම් you can go for 3 marks. and
අතන මේ ව්‍යාක් කියන තැන
ඔව්
ඇයිස එතන ව්‍යාක් කියන තැන නිකන් මේ බ්‍රැකට් දෙකක් වගේ දාලා තියෙන්නේ
කොතනද පුතේ? ඒ කියන්නේ මේ මෙත
SQL එකේ
මෙතනද?
ඔව් සර්.
ඒක පුතේ not equal sign එක. not equal operator එක. capacity not equal captain කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ.
හරි සර්.
Hurry. Right. The second one they are asking about, I'll hurry this up. Write an SQL statement to obtain list of students who participate in any sport as a captain. Right? Captain විදිහට ඉන්න ළමයින්ගේ list එකක් ඉල්ලන්න. Right? So you have to involve the student sport table as well as the student table. එතකොට මේකේ capacity එක captain වෙන කෙනා හොයලා එයාට අදාළ SID එක බලලා ඒ SID එක මෙතනින් match කරලා ඒකෙන් name එක හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. So student table and student sport will be involved. So that is why they have said select student.student ID. Right? ඒක student.student ID ම තියෙනවා නැත්නම් alias එකකින් refer වෙන්න ඕනේ. මොකද student ID කියන එක මේ ස්කීමා දෙකේම තියෙනවා. ඒක නිසා නිකන් student ID ලියන්න බෑ. comma student.name name එක ගැටලුවක් නෑ. නිකම්ම name උනත් දාන්න පුළුවන්. from student comma student sport tables දෙක where student.student ID obvious condition එක equals student sport.student ID and student sport dot capacity equals captain. right? Captain single quotes within the end. Right? So if you have given that one correctly, you can have 2 marks. Hari, lamai clear the මේ වැඩේ? Confirm කරන්න කතා කරපු දේවල් ටික clearද?
සර් C එකේ මේ C part 2 එකේ SQL එක පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා දෙන්න.
මම කියලා දෙන්නම්. Right, so I'll end the session from here. So people who are clear with this can leave the session, right? We will be starting the Python by next week. So collect your tudes, right? Tudes are ready, right? Come and collect it, right? So it will be easier. And we'll start the lesson by next week, right? So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Right, the people who have the questions and doubts, just stay. I'll stay with you, right?